hard to make all of those decisions. Throughout those hectic months of planning, you all have managed to remain on Meg and Anthony's guest list. This means you are among the most important family and friends in Meg and Anthony's life. So again, congratulations on making the cut and as we move forward with the ceremony, we invite you to leave behind the worries and concerns of everyday life so that you can join us in witnessing something truly special. Today, promises become permanent and friends become family. Today, two of the most genuine and loving people will proclaim their love for one another through the celebration of marriage. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joe Garrett. I don't want to brag, but I have a pretty extensive resume when it comes to knowing Anthony. We grew up across the street from one another. We own and operate a business together. We were roommates for many years, and we currently are neighbors living in the same two-family house. Unfortunately for Meg, that means she has to see me a lot, whether she likes it or not. Over the years, I've become very close friends with Meg. She has gone from being Anthony's girlfriend to someone I consider as part of my own family. Thank you both for allowing me to participate in such a special and important day. I can't begin to tell you how honored I am to be involved. One of the greatest feelings in life is the day you find the person who makes you feel whole. The person who makes you smile no matter what mood you're in. The person who makes you question how you got this far without them. For Anthony and Megan, this historic day happened roughly 7 years ago when they had their first interaction at work. They know what I'm about to say. Meg was eating a slice of pizza when Anthony approached her. Without hesitation, Anthony introduced himself and shook her hand. Meg apologized that her hands were covered in pizza grease, but Anthony just smiled and said, "Oh, I like that." This quick interaction and some pizza grease was all it took for these two to really hit it off. Meg was very close with her grandmother, who would tell her all about this boy from work named Anthony that she had a crush on. When Meg lost her grandmother, this boy from work showed up at the services to make sure that she was okay. Anthony had clearly fallen for Meg. I remember how excited he was when this cute girl from work was texting him to come meet her and her friends out at a bar. Anthony desperately tried to peel his tired drunk friends off the couch to join him, but remember, we're old compared to Meg, and 10 o'clock is late. Anthony managed to convince our friend Greg to be his wingman, and then thankfully he did, because that fateful night goes down in history as the night Anthony and Meg first kissed. Luckily, the next time that these two kiss will be the first time that they kiss as husband and wife. But luckily, Greg is here to witness that as well. Throughout the years, I've watched your love for one another grow stronger and stronger. Love is not just something you say, it's something you do. And both of you constantly demonstrate your love for one another through your actions. Meg, not only have you stuck by Anthony's side throughout countless pond seasons, but you even went as far as to help him clean out a pond. If that's not love, I don't know what love is. You've always been flexible in dealing with Anthony's insane work schedule, and have been a good sport when he makes quick, sometimes rash decisions. For example, the time that you were considering selling your condo and moving in with Anthony, without wasting a minute, Anthony packed all of your belongings, renovated your entire condo, and with the help of Fran, it was listed on MLS in record time. And we'll tell you that it was just a financial decision, but I think we all know that he was just so excited at the thought of moving in together that he couldn't waste another minute. Anthony, the way you supported Meg when her mom passed away was truly inspirational. She needed you more than ever, and you were there for her every step of the way. You put your life on hold in order to hold her hand through some of the most darkest times in her life. Family is so incredibly important to Meg, and you show your affection by loving her family as if they were your own. You're a brother to Connor, you're the fun Uncle Tony, to Everly, Ayla, Ron, and Liam. Each of you are extraordinary individuals on your own, but together, you are even better. When Lindsay was sick, you both were there for us in ways I cannot even begin to describe. You are the angels that live next door, and my family is forever grateful. Together, you are the perfect pair. You balance each other so well. Meg is undeniably a type A person. Believe me, because it takes one to know one. She keeps her house immaculate. Not sure what she could possibly be vacuuming as often as she does. I hear the vacuum turn on probably 10 times a day. Meg is incredibly organized. And she has an unbelievable memory for events that have happened in the past. She won't touch any food that is past the expiration date, and she's wary of anything remotely close. Anthony, on the other hand, is 100% not a type A person. He is very easygoing. He has no problems making decisions. He always remains calm in challenging situations, and I've never seen him crack under pressure. I wouldn't say that he's a messy person, but disorder certainly doesn't bother him. He thinks of the expiration date on food as more of a recommendation, and we all know how much he dislikes recommendations. Although you both have very different personality traits, you complement each other beautifully. You're two very different puzzle pieces on your own, but when put together, you fit seamlessly. Despite all these differences, you do have at least one similarity in common, which is what makes your marriage unbreakable. What will make your marriage unbreakable. You accept one another for who you are, and you never try to change each other. This similarity is what will keep your two puzzle pieces from ever coming apart. So, without further ado, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Anthony and Megan in the union of marriage. Welcome to the most important moment of their lives. This moment is the glue that will hold their past and their future together. Tonight, this couple will begin a journey together that will last the rest of their lives. And like any journey, there will be amazing experiences, today hopefully being one such experience. Sometimes they will walk through dark valleys and have trouble finding their way. No matter where they go, and no matter how long or difficult the journey is, the person beside them will make the journey worthwhile. Today, their wedding day, is one brief day in time. Although their vows are only spoken in a matter of minutes, they are promises that will last a lifetime. The bride and groom have each prepared vows that they'll now read to one another. Meg, we'll start with you.
So Joe's took a lot of my material. Anthony, 7 years ago yesterday, was our first date. 7 years ago, on my first day at a beach hour, you took my pizza grease covered hand and said, "Oh, I like that." And I think I knew I was in trouble then. I kept telling my family about my crush at work and even made them all watch our Armageddon Blu-ray. When you showed up at my Grammy's wake after only knowing me for a month, I think I knew in that moment that you were it for me. Ever since that day, you've been with me through the good, the bad, the ups and downs. Over the past 7 years, we have grown up so much together and we always have had each other's backs. There are an infinite number of things I love about you. I love your loyalty to me and our friends and family. I love your random obsessions like funneling, the Egyptian pyramids, and being in a continued state of ketosis. I love your work ethic and your sense of humor. And I love how you take care of all the things I hate doing, like filling the bread up and taking out the trash. I love how you make me feel so comfortable being myself. You have always loved me for me and accepted all of my flaws. You have been by my side during the best days and the hardest days, and I vow to do that for you for the rest of our lives. I promise to always have your back and be your teammate. I promise to try and not vacuum while you're watching TV. I promise to love you and support you at all times, even when you're being oppositional just for the fun of it, or when you're in the thick of pond season. I value your opinions, even when they differ from my own, and I promise to grow together and deal with all life throws at us as a unified team. Lastly, I vow to choose you every day, 1,000,000 times over, not because I want, not because I have to, but because I want to. You have truly made this such an easy decision. I don't think any amount of words can possibly portray how lucky I am to have you in my life. I love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Thank you. So this is new to me, so I'm not exactly sure what format to use, but Megan, ever since the first day I met you at Avisha, I knew you were the perfect girl. And ever since that day, whether you know it or not, you've been teaching me how to be a better person. When we first met, you would take care of your Grammy and Papa before work and after work. You help anybody at the drop of a hat without complaining, publicly. I vow to be compassionate just like you. Ever since I've known you, you've been dealing with personal hardships, and the amount of strength it takes to get through those low points in life is immeasurable. I want to be there for you so you don't have to deal with anything alone ever again. I vow to be strong for you. As we all know, you're the optimist in this relationship. But if you were having a bad day, I vow to be the positive one. But please try not to have more than one. Meg, I know it must not always be easy to live with. I must not be easy to live with. But you've stuck by me through thick and thin, through all my weird phases, and even through all of my rants about it must be exhausting. I vow to be patient, like you have been patient. When I told you that I was going to quit my high-powered job at Avisha, it didn't make me believe it. What are you going to do without a 401k? And what are you going to do without health insurance? You encouraged me to follow my passion and not working at a corporate job, and you trusted me. I promise to do the same for you no matter what dream you want to follow, as long as it's not outside of our pond customer radius. I vow to trust you as you have trusted me. Man, you're one of the funniest people I know. Sometimes it's deliberate, and sometimes it's in the form of a mechanism. For example, we were on a boat cruise in Newport Harbor, and Meg wanted a white claw. She asked the bartender if they had any candidates. He said, well, like a can of soup? He replied, Meg always keeps the mood light and keeps everybody laughing. I want to do the same for you. I vow to be funny like you and make you laugh. I vow to be like you, and I vow to love you with all of my heart. And as the great Coach Taylor once said, clear eyes, full hearts, can't miss.
All right. Anthony. Here in the presence of family and friends, do you take Megan to be your wife, and do you promise to be a companion to her in all of her successes and failures, her happiness and sadness, to always give to her your unwavering support, to love, honor, and protect her from this day forward? Megan, here in the presence of family and friends, do you take Anthony to be your husband, and do you promise to be a companion to him in all his successes and failures, his happiness and sadness, to always give him your unwavering support, to love, honor, and protect him from this day forward? Sam was worried about dropping the rings to family cracks. This is part of the past. So Anthony and Megan will now exchange rings as a symbol of their love and commitment to each other. Your wedding rings are special. They enhance who you are, and they mark the beginning of your long journey together. Your wedding ring is a circle, a symbol of love never ending. It is the seal of the vows you've just taken to love each other without end. So, Anthony, will you please place this ring on Megan's left hand, and then as you're doing it, will you repeat after me? Megan, I give you this ring
Megan, I give you this ring
as a reminder
as a reminder
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
in all times,
in all times,
in all places,
in all places,
and in all ways forever.
and in all ways forever.
All right, Megan, place that ring on Anthony's left hand. Repeat after me. Anthony, I give you this ring as a reminder that I will love, honor, and cherish you in all times, in all places, and in all ways forever. Megan and Anthony, you've expressed your love to one another through the commitment and promises that you've just made. Since you've consented to join together in the bond of matrimony and have pledged yourself to each other in the presence of these loving family and friends, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.